And then when you look at the original words themselves, fire, what is fire for? Now, the annihilation view of, well, everyone will be annihilated and that's it, they just die. That view came because people couldn't reconcile a loving God with someone who was going to interpret or torment people for forever on the basis of what they've done for 70 years. In no one's justice would that seem just. Okay, these people, they never heard the good news of the gospel. They lived out somewhere in the jungle, never heard of Jesus, but they're going to be tormented because it's just tough luck. And for if you're really extreme in Calvinism, you'll say, oh, well, yeah, but God just created them to be out there because they were going to be punished anyway. So he just stuck them out the jungle because there's no point them hearing the gospel because they were going to be punished anyway because God didn't choose them. Well, I definitely don't believe in limited atonement. Jesus died for everybody for all time, as far as I'm concerned. So you have all these different views. Fire, P-U-R, in Greek, purify, purification. That's where the word comes from. Pyro, pyromaniac, pyro, but the root is the same root as used in purification or refining, purifying. So fire can be purifying. It doesn't destroy, actually. The fire does not destroy anything. It just changes its form. You burn wood and you get ash and smoke. It still exists. You burn something and it still exists in a changed form. So it says in Malachi, you know, I think, was it Micah, one of them, that, you know, that Jesus is coming or the Lord's coming like a refiner's fire and a fuller's soap to purify. He's coming to his temple. He's coming, you know, and there's this sort of sense where fire in the Bible often is seen as refined, the coals of the altar, you know, the purifying coals of Isaiah 6, and the seraphim being the burning ones. So again, the words don't have to be interpreted the way we think. The word torment or torture, again, the word itself, the root of it is testing as by fire. It's a metallurgy word. It's a technical term, torture, as in used in Revelation, in terms of, well, they're going into the lake and fire to be tormented or tortured. Actually, the word means to be tested like a testing stone to see whether it's pure or not. That was the original word. And it's been adopted to mean torture because it was about fire or purification or testing. So even that has other meanings. You know, there are other meanings that are there that doesn't have to be interpreted through the normal meaning that we've presumed to be true because we've all believed in this infernalist way. So then I looked at words which again were mistranslated. And again, if you look into a literal translation of the Bible, you do not get forever or everlasting or eternal. Those words do not exist in Greek. They're English words based on all variations of the word aionios, which actually means age enduring. There's nothing in it which is an eternal or an everlasting or a forever and ever meaning. It means age enduring or ages enduring, which is a different thing. So even some of the scriptures that people say, but it says this is going to be forever and ever, it isn't there in the original Greek, because that word has been mistranslated into an English word because they thought it meant something. Even eternal life is not talking about the quantity of life, it's talking about the quality of life. And when it's related to God, it's talking about his quality of life that we can have, not the age of it. So, you know, John 3:16 is not talking about that we will have this life that will never end. In context, it's actually talking about we can have the quality of life of Jesus now in relationship with him.